as usual to get my little display together. There we go. Hello everyone, this is Bonbon Station. We are here with another drawing stream. Because I am so slow and I just cannot finish. Oh guys, it's gonna be so nice to be done with this. Oh guys, I started this in the beginning of February. It's almost the end of March. What the hell? I mean, I guess to be fair, I'm not working on it every single day, and there was multiple times I was not home at all and was not obviously working on it. Well, I mean, a little bit, working on a little bit, but still. I kind of wish I could know how long I've been working on this. I wonder if I were to pull this up on my Clip Studio that's on my Mac, if it could tell me, because this... What is this? This is clip 0.1? How do I... Version? You can tell me the version? How do I look at the version? Help. Version information. Yeah, so this is 1.1010. And I know 2 clip and up, they tell you how long you've been working on a piece. And I have clip 3.0 on my Mac. Cause, oh goodness gracious, I have a... Okay, let's deal with that later. I have a corn bag behind my back for while I draw. And my bunny, the other week, I left it on my bed. And she was trying to eat at it. She made a hole, and now the corn is pouring out. But yeah, I bought clip 0.3. Hang on, I need to sneeze. But yeah, I bought clip 0.3 for my Mac because you can't share the same version on the computer. If you have different computers, you have to rebuy it again. So when 3.0 came out a long time ago, because now we're on 4.0, they had a special promotion about it. And it was only $25, so I got it because I knew I would want it to be switching between drawing. I technically have Paint Tool+au, but I'm just more comfortable with Clip. I don't know if I could ever go back to Paint Tool+au. Unless it's on the phone. I'm kind of curious about that. I know Clip is on the phone. Though, man, when I see people still using Paint Tool+au, I'm just like, you are strong. Anyway, what do we got to work on? Thank God I have this. So I still need to finish the hands. I need to finish the metal pieces and the triangleness on it. And the legs and the scarf. Okay. Oh, and I forgot I still have this. Oh, Lord. Okay. I'm just feeling pressured because I have my deadline. My set deadline for the Saturday being the last day that Chrome needs to be done by then. So I just cannot be wasting any more time. Oh, I hope I can finish on time. I also just want to be done in general. Anyway, stream title is yapping about FE headcanons and AU. I never got to finish talking about AU yesterday because my stupid ass neighbors. As per usual, can I talk to you guys about that? So I have these stupid ass neighbors who almost every day they light their fire pit. I don't know why. Like, even in the summer, they light it. At first, I kind of figured they... In the summer, when I first saw them light it, I thought they were doing it to, like, just create some smoke so that way, the mosquitoes and stuff, while they did some gardening, wouldn't bite them. So I was kind of like, okay, understandable, but they would leave it smoking for a while, and like I stream, you are already dying. What? Don't be like that. Don't be like that to me. Did anyone see my streams, my test streams? But yeah, anyway, they keep lighting their fires, their fire pit. And let's see, I moved in 2002. Yeah, spring 2002. So it's now officially been 3 years of them just constantly lighting their fire pit, and now I'm just hella annoyed. So they've just been getting just way too lax with it, because I don't know, I feel like of course they would used to leave it smoke and stuff, and I would yell like, put out your fire, but it's just getting worse and worse and worse, and it's just like, but why? So I don't know, they're just getting too comfortable of just lighting a fire and all that. And so yeah, just lately I've just been making a ruckus about it. Not I've been ashamed to be an annoying neighbor, because they are a literal fire hazard to everyone in the neighborhood. If their house catches on fire, I'm like pretty sure the other houses will catch on fire, including our house. But our house is protected by God, we are fine, even if that does happen. God will protect our house. Not a single ember will land on our house. Amen. But yeah, it's just been really annoying, because I don't know, I have a lot of fear of fire, and that's a whole loaded thing I'm not gonna get into. But they just lately have just been really bad about putting out their fire, and I just have not been tolerating it, because just why would I continue to tolerate it after 3 literal years? You know, I mean, I think I give them enough freaking grace of giving them 3 years to figure out how to put out a fire properly. So yeah, just this week alone, I witnessed them come outside. I was busy drawing, so I was in my room longer than usual, because I usually step out quite a bit. But I happened to come out the same exact time they did, because I think I was gonna go work out before it was sunset, so that way I could shower by the time sunset. And so yeah, I came out right as they did, and the lady who usually lights the fire was like, "Oh my god!" Because I saw that the fire was huge and big, and like I thought like, you know, they had just lit it or something. But I hear her panicking and freaking out, like, "It relit! The fire relit!" And like she was just trying to like hose it down and stuff, and like. And I was like, oh my effing god, like, that huge fire was going without anyone noticing? Like, what the hell? And so that was this week. That happened. So I'm just extra just like, these freaking dumbasses. Like, of course I can't trust you. Like, of course I need to watch over you whenever you're lighting a fire. And so, yeah, just for like the past week, I guess, I think maybe a little longer, I've just been filming them lighting their fire, and them how they put out their fire, to just document it, you know, just in case I have my proof of just how neglectful they are to their fires. and yeah, there's just so many points where they just go inside, like I know that they're gonna come back out, but they just leave the fire alone for like 10 minutes plus, and it's literally a law to not be leaving your fire alone, but they do that shit. And so yeah, I have proof of that, and I have proof of them just barely hosing down their fire and just leaving it smoking like crazy, and videos of, you know, just being like, all right, it's been 30 minutes, like, do you see how the smoke got even stronger, like, well, just, you know, just documenting it. And so yeah, last night when I was streaming, at 11 p.m. they lit their fire. And so, you know, I immediately went out and, you know, just stopped in the middle of stream to record it, because I didn't want to take any chances, because yeah, they usually stupidly light their fire big and don't tend to it, and just all these embers are flying around, and it's been a bit windy, and I don't know. So yeah, just I filmed it, and then I ended up coming inside really quick to just unstream because it was just taking too long. And so I filmed it, and oh my god, guys, it was so stupid. They were doing all these things to like contain the fire and like put it out, except for just freaking properly hosing it down. They were doing everything besides just doing that, and I was like, what? Why? Like, how stupid are you? Like, all you need to do is just hose down your damn fire for at least 2 minutes and you'll be Gucci. You don't have, not 10 freaking seconds, just psst, 2 minutes until it just stops smoking, and then you're good. But what they were doing instead was they were trying to like move the wood on top of each other to like, you know, put it out, but it was just like growing that way. And then the guy who also lives there, like, he was like getting a shovel and like was getting rocks and like putting rocks on top and like put this lid on top, and then just barely hosed it. And it's just like, why would you do all that besides just hosing it? You did not have to do all those things. All you had to do was just hose it. And so yeah, I got it all on film, and they left it smoking, and I got that on film. And it seemed like it was dying out, but then an hour later, I almost came back to stream too. But yeah, an hour later, but I just had this feeling not to, because I was just like, well, I want to keep an eye on it, and I don't want to be trying to manage that end stream. But yeah, good thing I didn't stream again, because an hour later, I go outside at 1 in the morning, and I just see just a bunch of smoke, and that it's just clearly growing again, the fire. And I'm just like, oh my god, like, that stupid ass dude was just doing all these things besides just properly hosing it down. So I got a video of that, and like, it was hard to see in the dark because they usually have their backyard light on, but that time they intentionally turned it off because they saw me recording. And so I put on my flash so that way you could see all the smoke coming out from the thing, from their growing fire. And so since I was, you know, using a bright ass flash, I guess they noticed. And so when I went back inside to do something really quick, I think I had to do the bathroom, but because yeah, I was going to the bathroom. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom first, and then I'm gonna call the fire department. And so I went to the bathroom, and I went to grab my phone, and I went outside just to look again, and I see that the smoke is out. Like, and it's not even a natural way that like it faded out. Like, it was just gone. And so they obviously saw my flash, and probably came out as soon as I left and hosed it down. So like, I was kind of grateful I didn't have to waste a call to the fire department, because, you know, it just feels like such a bother and such a waste. But yeah, it was just so annoying to see the guy just doing all this shit to put out the fire besides hosing it down. That's all he had to do was just hose it down, and it would have been fine. It would have just been out. But instead, he was doing all this shit, putting a lid on top, um, shoveling rocks on top, and I don't know, just dumb a ish. So I don't know, guys. Truly, the world's greatest threat is stupid people. Stupid people are just such a freaking liability to all beings. Okay, anyway, with that rant out, let me move on to my actual title topic. Cause anyway, yeah, I went into that because I commented that I didn't get to finish talking about my AU last night. So, oh, let me put on some music for you, Mochi, and for myself. You know, I noticed YouTube changed their policy of downloads needing every 30 days to connect to see if to keep your downloads, and they changed it from 30 days to 2 days. Because I was kind of hacking the system myself of just being like, oh, I can just turn my phone on Wi-Fi when I lose my premium, and it just won't know, like it can go a little longer. So yeah, they probably figured out people were doing that, so to just keep it more consistent, they changed it to that. Oh, my mochi. And I feel so bad. I hate when my neighbors light their fire, because all the smoke, most of the time the smoke comes into my room, and it's just really annoying, not only for me, but I also feel really concerned for my bunny who's just breathing in that smoke. And yeah, they're just a nuisance to the whole freaking neighborhood. Ugh. I just hope they learn. I really need to take some time to walk over to the local fire department and talk to them about it, and just ask like what I can do, because I have this footage, and this is something that's just been going on for years, which is awful. So I just want to ask of their opinion of just like, I also just straight up just want to ask them, like, can you please talk to them, like, because I rather not have to go to the HOA and report them. I really would prefer not to, because HOAs are bastards. But if I have to, there's rules in place for a reason. So if I have to use that, I will do that. Anyway, AU, let me complete the AU I was talking to you guys about last night. So let me summarize. It's based off. Well, I not based off, but I created them at the same time. I came up together as I was drawing it. I was creating the AU. So what it is that it's related to my comic that I have on Pixiv, where from Crobbin Week 2023, where Grima goes to a royal gala and meets Crom, and he's trying to introduce himself, and then Morgan farts, and blah blah blah. So long story short, they become close during that period of the party. Crom was kind of assigned by Emerin to watch over Grima, because a lot of the Elysians are very, what's the word, prejudice. And so yeah, Crom is kind of assigned by Emerin to just be like, can you keep them company on my behalf? Like, I have to keep everyone else company. Like, I have plenty of dukes and all that and whatever. So and since Crom tends to not like the parties, like it's a kind of a win-win, because all the others will keep away from all the other nobles, annoying nobles. And so yeah, just they become close, blah blah blah. They start exchanging letters and all that. This color is different from this one. I'm just realizing. There we go. This one is also different. I feel like I should still use this color. Something. I don't know where this color came from. Oh, I can use it like that. But yeah, so where I kind of stopped off at was that Crom rushed over to Plegia because Grima just completely stopped writing, and like he was feeling concerned about it, and ended up finding out that Morgan fell into a coma from her sickness, and the reason is because she was actually dying, and Grima attached his life force to hers. So she wouldn't, and so she just ended up falling into a deep coma. And yeah, so Grima, or not, Crom rushes over after getting news from Sumia, who would help deliver letters over to the border pass. And just yeah, Crom just kind of takes care of Grima. It's the first day, and Crom is asked by Tharia to attach himself also onto the connection of Morgan, because it's being spread among many members and Grima himself. And like it's just really wearing down on everyone, because Grima is like the only one who has like the true full capacity to handle it. Like just everyone else has to keep swapping between, and it's just really draining them, and they're getting to the point that the people who are able to help out, that they're just not getting replenished enough energy to keep up with it. So just kind of think like it's like a pond of water that keeps evaporating, or that's getting used, but the heat that's evaporating it can't keep up with the use. So so it just is getting drained by both ends. So yeah, they asked Crom because since he has divine blood, they think he would be able to handle it well, and it would also help Grima a lot by one taking on, sharing that, making it less on him, and also by Crom being able to help out the members who are being spread among the light bond. If when they get their proper rest, they can also help out more by immersing themselves more to their research, because they're just too tired to properly help as much as they fully could if they had the energy, full energy. And so yeah, Crom takes on Tharia's and Henry's share, and he's like totally fine. And Crom asks, like, do you have anyone else? Like, you can give me more. Like, I feel fine. Like, give me more, because Grima, how to explain it? Like, if we had a full pie, Grima has half the pie, and then it's just a bunch of little thin slices between everyone else. And so, Crom's like, give me more. Like, after finding out that Grima's the one, carrying majority of the burden. Wait, let me do this again. No. And so he asked for more, because with the share that Henry and Tharia have, it's really wearing them down. But, you know, surprisingly and not surprisingly, for Crom, it's nothing. He just kind of feels like, you know, he's kind of worked out or like went for a run or something, but, you know, nothing that he can't handle. Like he's an active man, you know, whatever. So Crom asks for more, and so what they actually do is I can't remember what I thought of. So yeah, he just takes on a whole chunk more. They just decide to give him a quarter of it for now to just see how he feels, and like, you know, so that way, you know, Grima doesn't totally lose his mind on them over them doing something he didn't order. Just they did something for him that they knew he wouldn't ask for, because he just would have felt like, you know, he can't really ask Crom of that, even though Crom was willing to help, which, you know, his retainers knew that, so that's why they asked on his behalf. So yeah, Crom feels fine, and it is just like, you know, like, you know, just I am just ready for bed, but like that's about it. Like I'm gonna go to sleep now. And oh yeah, in the also I mentioned this last night, but I'll mention it again. The reason it's feeling like such a burden is because Mark, which is male Morgan, is also in a coma. He was born before Morgan, female Morgan, and so, and he's also on the same like life force support thing. And so Grima's handling two people, you know, you know, attached his life force to theirs. And so so yeah, it's just becoming a really huge, you know, burden and all that. And he so yeah, it's also wearing him down slowly but surely. And so again, they inform Ocom that of just the first child and all that, and like that's why Grima is just so stressed, because he just can't bear to lose another child, his little hatchlings. And so yeah, they just inform that just so Crom can like help take care of him even better. And well, so yeah, just is they do that, and it's the next day, and you know, Crom just he just slept in slightly, but like nothing too much. Like he feels pretty normal. And so he informs Tharia and Henry of that, just like, I feel fine. Like actually, like, you know, I actually still feel pretty good. Like after getting a good night's sleep, like you guys should give me more. Because if Grima is carrying the force of two, like, you know, and then surely I can take on more too. And so so yeah, so Grima finds out, because he overhears and just like, what? Like, you guys did this? Like, is kind of getting mad, but Crom just convinces him, like, come on, Grima, like, this is the way I can help. Like, I have nothing else I can do, nothing else I can offer, but I can at least do this and help you. And, just you know, just finishes with the finishing line of just like, don't this isn't for you, Grima, this is for them. Like, think about them, like, you know, isn't that what you're concerned about? Like, come on, like, just, but yeah, just ends up convincing him by using that, and Grima even tells him like that's unfair, but concedes. And so they try, they with Grima's supervision, they give Crom more, and he's just telling them how he feels, because usually when they would give it to like another member, they would feel the effects immediately of just like feeling instantly drained, like just they're ready to go to bed for the day after working a long day. So Crom just lets them know, like, no, I feel fine, like, give me more, give me more, give me more. And so Crom settles with so eventually they get to the point where Crom is bearing half the load, like he has the other half of the pie, and he's just like yeah, well, like I am like kind of feeling it, but like all I feel is hungry. Like I just feel like I just really need to eat, like that's about it, like I feel like I could eat a horse. And so he convinces Grima to give him more, because him taking more off Grima allows Grima more energy and freedom to do more research for the Morgan and Mark, the twins. Not twins. And so he ends up taking, for now, like 75% of it. Grima's hesitant to give him the full load. But Crom is bearing the majority of it well, and Grima just instantly feels like a huge weight off him, of just instantly feeling more energy and whatever. And Crom's just hungry. That's just it. And that's what it just kind of turns into. Crom is just constantly hungry, so during his stay there, he just constantly eating, constantly has something to eat to help replenish the energy that's constantly taken from him. And like, even Grima's pretty impressed, because even he hadn't been dealing with it that well. And so Crom's just like, well, I told you, this is the least I could do. And you're feeding me, you're taking care of me, so I'm more than happy to. And yeah, so yeah, just anytime, like, just Crom is just constantly eating. Like, there's always some servant coming up, checking up on him and bringing food, and be like, here you go, Lord Crom. And so yeah, and so Grima allows himself to just do more research, and he's very thankful to Crom. And yeah, and just there's both having a nice time of spending time together. And shortly after, Morgan wakes up, and Grima's super happy. The whole kingdom is celebrating, because everyone was thinking that it would just be the same with the prince, who had just been in slumber. And when Morgan wakes up, she actually tells Grima, her daddy, about Mark, and how she was in darkness and like walking and lost, but Mark found her and managed to guide her to somewhere brighter and safer, and they were just playing there together in their dreams, and which kind of breaks Grima, because just it's been so long since Mark just has been awakened and anything. So just hearing about how Mark is just in his dreams, like that, and how they played together and everything, like. So yeah, just Grima just is emotional, as I say. And so yeah, so Morgan's very sick for a while. She's bed rest, but she's very excited that Lucina's over, and that definitely helps with her health of just being so happy to have Crom and Lucina over, and that they spend a lot of time with her, playing games with her while she's stuck in bed, and so Crom convinces Grima to just give him the full life bond, because now with Morgan being awake, like it's just that much less from him, and so he's like, just completely give it to me, like it's fine. And when he does, a few days later, Morgan wakes up and tells Grima that they need to go to Bark because he wants to wake up. And so she convinces them for them to go and check on him, because Grima would usually know. Grima like put like a magic sensor to like let him know like if there's just anything that happens to him, but he wasn't sensing anything. But Morgan is just like trying to convince him like Marky wants to wake up. Marky wants to wake up. Daddy, let's go wake him up. And so so they go, and when they do get there, and they in his stasis area, his special like magical room, they go, and almost instantly Mark wakes up, and just Grima is just so happy because it was, I forgot what I decided. I know there's a bit of a gap. I don't know if I decided 3 years or 5 years between Morgan and Mark, but because Mark wasn't in his coma and like in a status area that's kind of kept him frozen, he was still the same from when he went into his coma, which was the same age as Morgan, which was like 2 or 3 years old. And so him and Morgan just basically become twins, even though he's technically older. They're just pretty much the same, and just the kingdom is just extra like celebrating because now the prince is awakened. Both the princess is doing better, and the prince is awakened, and he's gonna slowly get better. And just undoubtedly because Crom came and helped. He attached his life force to them, and just since they got the mix of two divine dragons connected to them, like it just did something that helped wake them up. Oh yes, monkey girl. And just Grima just that much more in love with Crom, because Crom just did something because he just wanted to help. He had no concern what the effects or outcome was going to be. He just purely wanted to help. And so, and just Crom is just so happy to see Grima's kids awake, and like of course he loves both of them. And just Lucina is just a beautiful big sister to them both. Just happy to have little twins to take care of. And but Grima just try to struggle, like however can I pay you back? Like, just thinking like, maybe he could just drop the room, what is it called? The ruminations? I can't say it. Because I'm not trying to say ruminating. Which is like, thinking about the past or something. But you know what I mean. It's just what they owe for after the war. And Crom just denies that, like, no, like, we really need to pay you back on that. Like, we we don't have abundance, but if we can share provisions to help you guys, and I'm sure like both of us can become abundant. And like I don't know, this is just, this could just show like how we're at peace of helping each other. Like, let this be this an example to our people that we help each other now, and even in dire situations like this. And don't, but we still, I don't know, just explaining like, let's just walk forward together. And and yeah. And yeah, so Crom stays. He keeps himself connected until both the Morgans are like just good. Because he didn't want to chance anything. And so they stayed for quite a while, him and Lucina. So when Morgans are much better, um, you know, Crom is just kind of thinking like, I might have to return to Elise soon, and feeling sad about that because he doesn't want to leave. He doesn't want to leave them. And Grima picks up on it because Crom is just more silent than ever, and just asks him what's wrong, like did something happen. And finally, Crom tells him just like, you know, it's kind of expectant of him to leave, since now that the twins are better. And he actually doesn't want to leave. He like, while he may have his kingdom to answer to, um he just really happy with Grima and just all their children being together. And I don't know, just he just really happy to see, with his presence, like, the Pledgians warming up to him, and like, oh, that's surely planting the seed to see Elise different, to just see them as friendly neighbors now and allies. And so yeah, Crom is just feeling hesitant and sad about the idea of leaving, because since it was like, there are some visitors beyond Crom and Lucina, like Lissa went, but she also eventually went back. She wasn't there the whole time like them, and like they had a few other people like of Elysians come over to like just deliver things and just check up and all that. And so when Frederick came over, or someone, I don't know if Frederick would be willing to go over. But yeah, just someone going over and delivering a message that, just it's expected of Crom to return soon. Crom is just really like upset about it, and he just honestly just doesn't want to. So, he tells Grima that, and Grima ends up, telling him to I must tell the truth, like I don't want you to leave either. And so Crom just, that spurs him on to be like, well, why don't I don't have to, like, why don't I just stay, like, F the council. But Grima's trying to convince him, like, you have your duties, blah blah blah. And like, Crom is just like, but what, like, you know I'm not the military, I just have my faction. And I don't know, just explaining, like, he's actually not completely needed because Emerin has things handled, and she has Frederick to protect her. Let me see if my neighbors are lighting the fire. I swear. Right. Thankfully not. I don't want to deal with that. I really don't. I really, really don't. I'm on Shark Week. No one mess with me. That's all I can say. Let me put on my bunny socks. I'm getting chillier. Emoji. Mommy, you cute those bunnies and now you weird, mommy. I don't like them anymore. Ah, yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm grabbing my bunny sock. But yeah, anyway, AU, so... Anyway, after just kind of some back and forth, Crom just kind of just like, what if we get married? And Greenwood is like, what? Because, you know, he kind of thought about it too, but we're just like, perish of that, so foolish, like, what am I thinking about? And so, but Crom is just straight up just like, what if we get married? Like, I could stay, our nations could definitely, would for sure become allies, and, you know, just it just solves everything. And so, you know, Grandma's just kind of like, Crom, like, you know, it's what are you saying? And Crom is just like, Grandma, come on, like, think about it. Like, and you know, this isn't just, you know, me just trying to find, like, a loophole or a reason to stay. Like, stay here. Like, I do want to stay with you. Like, I do want to commit myself to you. Like, you know, so not only does it solve, like, you know, these problems that we're facing, like, you know, it can you know, also just what's the word, just fulfill our desires in our hearts. Like, what is there to lose? And so, you know, Crom eventually manages to convince Grandma, and they get married, and they are a happy family. And I think that's it. That's it for that AU. Obviously, the most of the meat for that AU is the budding of love between Crom and Grima, of exchanging letters, and then also being in Plegia and helping Grima with the Morgans, getting them better. And yeah, so that's that AU. That's my hot take. And then in terms of headcanon, I know I mentioned this last night, but I really do think Elise doesn't have many horses, because most of them were just slaughtered during the war, because that was their, and I think Pegasi as well, because of course and just any Pegasi they have, it's just few in between. Like, it's really not many. Like, just Plegia during the war just did their best to take out their mobility, which was all the horses, you know, regular horses and the Pegasi. And so so yeah, that's just my headcanon. But really quick, kind of off topic, I just want to mention this because this is something I see both, I feel like, both in the official game and, like, a fanfic, but people always make the length of time of travel really short. And, like, so examples, so, you know, Southtown, I don't think I've seen a single fic ever where they made it more than, like, a day or two. And guys, that's just not possible. From all the way, if you just look at the map and go from Southtown all the way up to the capital, I don't know, guys. Have any of you walked somewhere far? Because I have plenty of times in my life of somewhere where it's technically a 15-minute drive turns into a 6-hour walk. Where what is a 2-minute drive is a 30-minute walk. And so I don't know, when people write that, like, oh, like, they got Robin and, like, you know, only a day or two passed, and, you know, when they're suddenly in the capital, I'm just like, no, absolutely not. So my personal headcanon of how long it took for them to get there was at least 2 weeks, probably like 2.5 weeks. And I think that is really nice because that's a chunk of time Crom and Robin just have together. I mean, including, Lissa and Frederick. But just, just Robin getting to know Crom, just, just without the pressure. Because, Crom doesn't, or Robin doesn't find out that Crom is a prince until they get to the capital, and he's like, oh my god, like, why didn't you tell me? Like I've been treating you like just like a normal person, like, just very friendly and whatever, and Crom likes it. So yeah, just I fully believe and will forever headcanon that the trip from Southtown to the capital was 2 weeks, and Sully and Virion managed to appear when, like, the Risen attacked, is because so let's use this as the map, okay? So Southtown is down here by Lucina's KP thingy, and the capital is up here, and the hand is like a halfway point. So I think by the time the Risen attack, I don't know, because that's kind of hard to say, because actually in game what happens is that the night they go to bed, Lissa can't sleep. I don't know, if you really want to twist it, you can say that the cutscene of Lissa can't sleep and all that happens, because it happens like later, like it's just kind of a time skip we don't get to see. But just, yeah, it's just they're not quite at half point, but they were just another town that they left Sully at, because there was probably an attack of bandits, because they have to deal with their own bandits, just not including Plegia. Like, they have their own bandits, which brings me to my next headcanon, guys. So Elise has their own bandits to deal with, and I personally headcanon that these bandits are actually led by Crom's uncle, who is brother to Crom's dad. I personally think this is this uncle is older brother to Crom's dad, but he gave his younger brother the throne because he just was not able to bear children, and so they both just had very strong ideals of Elise, and he didn't care about giving the throne because he knew his brother was going to just basically lead it the same way he would. And so, yeah, just they're all about, like, the longevity of Elise, and kind of the worst way. And so yeah, just to just keep on the line, a strong line going, his brother, who was able to bear children, took on the throne. And so yeah, just after the war, after Crom's dad perished, obviously his father, or the brother, wanted to continue the war, but Emmerin didn't want that, and since the brother already gave up his throne, like, the throne immediately went to Emmerin. And so, but she denied him that, and she tried, like, even giving him a chance to live a life of peace, but he was against it, and so he still rallied those who still wanted to get rid of Plegia, and so Emmerin just banished them all, and so now they just live as bandits, of both just attacking Plegia and ransacking the Elysian villages when they need supplies. And so, that's why Crom goes out and patrols, because he deals with them, and yeah, and so That's my personal headcanon, because I feel like I don't actually, now that I think about it, I can't think of a single fanfic that like mentions about like have any kind of bloodline beyond them. But yeah, I really think, I really believe in Crom's dad had an older brother who ended up as head of the bandits, and you know, they're the ones terrorizing Plegia and just making things worse, and you know, just making things more difficult to have peace. I think that's what he wants. And and yeah, I also fully believe in the fact that um I mean, the bloodline, the like there I think blue hair is kind of a common thing in the Elise, because you know, there's different mix of nobles, but just it's all about the brand. All about the brand. And the only reason like Lissa is considered a princess is because the mother they were born from, that they all share, um she was the actual queen. But there was all but the king had heirs with other women, just trying to preserve the line. But yeah, since majority of them were not born with the brands, or just none of them, you know, they weren't taken as royalty. They just get to keep their noble line. And so yeah, there's also like a strife between that, of like the nobles between the royalty, because they think since they also have divine blood, that you know, they're as qualified and all that. But you know, obviously they have nothing on those who actually bear the brand. And that's why like Lissa also gets like trash talked a lot by nobles, because they just claim that she's just riding the coattails of her brother and sister, because they share the same mother from the official queen. Um, and all that. And yeah, so that's why I personally believe, and that's actually something I want to write in my, if I ever do it, my Robin visual novel game. Obviously, first I still need to finish my RPG game, my Grima, that I abandoned, that I haven't worked on in a really long time. But I swear, guys, I will work on it soon. I just need to finish this drawing. I just need to finish this drawing, guys. But yeah. So yeah, I really like to think that Crom and Robin had like 2 weeks together before they reached the Elysian capital, and yeah, and just so that way they had a nice chunk of time together of just becoming friendly, and like why Robin can just kind of easily just go back to treating Crom normal when Crom's like, chill, don't worry, because his perception of Crom is just um you know, the man that found him and he has been traveling with. Which, but of course, you know, but Robin still has a sense of duty, you know, when he gets in the mix, and which also frustrates Calm, because he just like, Robin, like you already said you were gonna treat me normal, but now you're getting on my case about, you know, taking a walk and, you know, facing a bandit and all that, and like, yeah. But yeah, just, I like to think they had a nice chunk of time together, which, you know, also got Crom to warm up to Robin so much, because it's Robin is just very insightful and helpful. Yeah. I really wish my setup would let me see if there's anyone watching, because So I'm curious to know if anyone's listening to this random ass rambling song. Let's see. I actually want to put a darker color here. Okay, this is mega off topic, but has anyone happened to see that kind of viral post going on from Reddit about someone ending their marriage, or not their marriage, their engagement, because their fiance spent $600 on Genshin? I was just so, man, like, at least that lady got the hell out while she could. But I was just so cringe at the guy just trying to weaponize his issues and just trying to flip the script and all that, and I don't know, just typical male behavior, just trying to manipulate and just man-child behavior, I should say. Man-child. And just trying to be like, I didn't even touch Farina because you're making such a huge issue out of it. But I laughed though because it went so viral. Like, I'm sure this guy has come across it. I'm sure the guy has seen it. I've seen a lot of people trying to be like, this is fake. But it's like, no, I'm pretty sure this is real. But yeah, I'm sure the guy came across it and just saw that he just became known to the internet and, you know, just became a huge joke and stuff. And so honestly, I hope that dumbass just can't see Farina the same anymore, because look, it's like, it's one thing. It's one thing if he just got Farina, because that wouldn't cost too much money, but the fact that he went for constellations just proves how stupid he is. And yeah, just spending $600 on Genshin is just so dumb. And just spending $600 on any kind of video game is effing dumb. Like, this is coming from someone. Hang on, I feel like I'm smelling a fire. Let me check. Alright, anyway. Look, let me tell you guys one thing. I have spent $300, not on Genshin, but on Fire Emblem Heroes. And I did that a long time ago because Fire Emblem Heroes was my very first gacha game. I didn't even understand what gacha was when I was playing Fire Emblem Heroes. Like, that was like kind of my first time, you know, being exposed to that kind of thing. Like, I didn't even know like gacha was like a genre of game. And so, and this was when I very first got into Fire Emblem. So this was 2018 December. No, I spent $300 in January, actually, because I really wanted Winter Robin, and I just could not get him. I was spending all my orbs and he just was not coming home. And so I did the stupid decision to spend my tax return, which was only $300. I'm not even afraid to share that. To get him, to buy orbs and get him. And, you know, I still play Fire Emblem Heroes. I still use Winter Robin. I still love Robin after all these years. But I still know it was a stupid ass decision. I still know that. because I remember just thinking, like, after I did it, just being like, oh my god, this $300 could have been groceries. It could have been all these things that I have been considering buying, but I just didn't do it because I was like, no, too expensive. But here, I just freaking wasted 600 like nothing for this ish. So I promised myself to never ever again do that, and I haven't. I always have a budget. I always have a limit. Even when it came to Genshin, when I spent some money, um, I had my friends keep me accountable. I would be like, okay, this is my budget. This is what I'm gonna buy. And and it was also for my B day that I bought the BP pass and like several welcomes. Um so it was still like also like managing. I was doing some managing there of collecting, whatever. And so yeah, just so ever since then, like, just I was like, never again. And yeah, just people who can just continually spend money on gachas, like so much money, I think is so stupid. I mean, it's just no, that kind of person, no, don't have in your life, guys. If someone's habits of spending money is on gacha, and people can try to argue, but like that's their hobby, blah blah blah. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, I guess, if that's their hobby. But just, I'm gonna be completely real with you guys. Don't be friends with that kind of person where that's gacha gaming, gacha spending is their hobby. Find better friends. Find people who can encourage you and inspire you to just have good spending habits and spend it on things more worthwhile and edifying on your life. And like, literally, with the amount of money that people spend throughout gacha, like, they could probably buy themselves things that they always wanted, but they just don't. And yeah, just yeah, just a huge red flag. Huge red flag. Just people who waste their money on gacha instead of finding better things to spend on. Like, it's fine to just spend a little bit of money here and there, but if you're like consistently dropping even $100 a month, I would say even like $50 a month, like, no, red flag. Absolutely red flag. Cause my limit was $50 a year, and that was for my B day when I was playing Genshin. And I would buy one BP that I really wanted because I really loved the name card, and then I would just buy all welcome. I would never buy the top ups because that is just such a ripoff. Like, I don't know if anyone's done the math of the amount of money that you're spending to top up, but you're literally getting ripped off so effing hard. Like, no, hell freaking no. Hell to the no. So yeah, just anyway, back to that post that I saw of that guy getting absolutely wrecked by the internet. um and yeah, just I don't know, it's good for that lady that situation happened, because she managed to just be like, right, like, I don't know, just before they got married, and things just were just harder to separate and all that. But yeah, just dude went too far. $600, got constellations he didn't want, tried manipulating her, and weaponizing his issues and all that. And look, it'd be one thing if like this guy had like some severe PTSD, but him being like, I have anxiety, like, I'm gonna be totally real with you guys. Anxiety ain't shit if anxiety is your problem in life, you don't got shit going in life. You don't got enough damn problems. Because anxiety ain't shit compared to PTSD of like me, survivor's guilt. I have huge survivor's guilt. I've seen so many people die. I've seen so many kids get kidnapped. I constantly feel guilty of like, why am I alive? Like, why am I the one alive? And if you're a freaking war veteran, of course you got some PTSD. Like, I would be like way more understanding to that of just like having some severe issue, but to be like my anxiety, my anxiety is acting up today, dude. You need to pay more rent. You need to go through something, a tougher life lesson, because if anxiety is what's got you, I'm sorry, but you're just a little bitch. End story. Because guys, I've had anxiety myself, and the reason and like I used to never get anxiety, even though all the things I've gone through. Like, I only get anxiety when like I feel like someone's following me, or fire type related things, because I've seen just traumatic things I've seen dealing with fire. And having no money. And what I mean by no money is like not having money for food, not having money for bills, like really not knowing like how the hell I'm gonna get through the next day because I just have nothing and all that, which is kind of what the situation I'm in now. But I don't really feel anxious about it, which is kind of surprising. But yeah, just anxiety about real things. But yeah, I used to like really never get anxiety, but I did get anxiety when I started working for the very first time I got anxiety out of those three things was when I was working my print department job at a office store, because we were so understaffed, so overworked, and just constantly getting chewed out by both my boss and customers, that like I was feeling anxious to go in, because I just knew I was walking into a hellstorm. And um and also, well, just what also made it extra anxious for me, I think what really pushed the anxiety thing of dealing with these things on top of constantly getting uh sexually harassed by customers, or just getting harassed by customers in general, because I'm such a runt that they would always be like, how old are you, like just like harassing me about it, that I look like a child. And um I don't know, just that just really upset me a lot. But I the getting harassed thing like always led back to kind of the feelings of like, is someone's trying to kidnap me, someone's following me or something, like things like that. And then just on top of that, just having such an intense workload, and just knowing like it's all on me. Like, as soon as I came in for my shift, I was completely alone, like, because I was always closing shift. So the only two workers we had, other two workers, they would both work a whole lot. We'd have our manager, the department manager, who would open, and then we had a mid shift girl who would come in kind of early, like early in the morning, and then by the time I came in, she would only be there for like another hour or two at most, and then I would be there for the rest by myself, rest of the night, just trying to do my best to complete everything that came in. Because how print center works usually, if it's a busy location, is that the morning is just taking care of getting of all the people coming in submitting orders, like the morning, because I worked a few morning shifts, so I know what it's about. But the morning is just dealing with all those people, and you don't get time to actually work on those orders until like after 5 p.m., when everyone's like at home and chilling and stuff. And by then you have like 4 hours to work on all these freaking projects every single day, and it was just really stressful. And yeah, so yeah, that was the first time like I felt like anxiety outside of my three big traumatic issues. So I don't know. I know what's about, and I know it's still BS. So yeah, just when people pull the anxiety card, I'm just like, it's good you're going through this situation, because now you'll get anxiety less about lesser situations. I'm like, good bitch. So yeah, just that whole post was so dumb. And honestly, I because of that guy's stupidity, I hope that guy just, I'm sure he came across the post of just getting slammed on the internet, and just, when he plays for Arena, he just thinks about like how this led to his engagement break off, and now just everyone on the internet knows about this dumbass, and just, yeah. Just that dude reaped what he sowed. Which is to say, he didn't sow anything. He freaking ripped out what his lady sewed. And I just thought it was so dumb too, how he was like, blah blah's covering for me, so I can pay you back, and just please don't ban my account. Like that's truly, you can tell that's truly just what he cared about. That he didn't want to lose his Farina. He didn't care about the situation of his relationship. And that, I don't know, just the fact that someone had to spot him, like, dude, like if you did not have the money in the first place, you shouldn't have done it. And what is that character gonna do for you? You're gonna run around the world and just keep doing the same ish over and over and over again? That's why Genshin is so damn boring, because it's stale, it's stagnant. The beginning days of Genshin are so beautiful, but as you go on, it just gets so stale and boring. Like, I remember I did try enjoying Genshin again when I got Mizuki, but literally within 10 minutes, I just realized what BS it was, because I was like, I'm just doing the same damn thing I have been since day one. Like, why would I want to keep doing the same damn thing since day one? I don't. That's stagnant. I really just don't like stagnation. Something has to change. Something about the formula has to change. Just things need to improve and grow if the old things are staying. But yeah, just hell no. Hell freaking no. Like I apply that to everything in my life. My relationships, my own life, my own habits, my just my everything, guys. Just I make sure I'm looking back, and I make a point to look back 1 year ago and be like, am I doing the same exact ish I am 1 year ago? And if I am, I'm just like, hell no. Okay, something needs to change. So, that's why when I got stuck in this position of not being able to find a job and everything, I just said, okay, I'm stuck here. I don't want to just be doing the same thing over and over again of just waking up, drawing, playing games, and working out. Like, let me add something new. What else can I add new to like my lifestyle? So I started gardening. I started taking care of the backyard. I started learning programming, and then I started learning RPG Maker, and uh, then there's time I was really studying Live 2D, and playing around with Vroid. Like, I don't know, I was just pushing myself to learn things. Like, I just cannot stay the same. Just, guys, live by that rule in life, and you'll be much happier. That, look back 1 year ago. If you're still doing the same exact thing 1 year ago, just acknowledge it, that you're doing something wrong, and that way you can change it now. Because that's something, a lot of people think is that, oh, I have time, and they even get told, by older people, like, oh, you have time. but you're supposed to use that time. What do you do when you don't have time anymore? What do you do when you're suddenly in your mid 40s and realizing you haven't accomplished shit? What do you do when you're in your 50s and realizing that you're still doing the same ish again? What do you do in your 60s and you're still like not doing anything? That's when it becomes a problem. Cause yeah, just before you guys know it, you're gonna suddenly just be at a point where you're feeling like you have no time. And I acknowledge I have time. I'm still plenty young, but I'm trying to desperately use that time, and I get so frustrated when I feel like I'm wasting time. Like I kind of feel like I wasted last year. But I know that's not true because I was working on Grima Tales for a solid 8 months straight, where I worked really hard to just get things together so I could, just show it off that I'm working on it. And then just after it came into public light that I'm working on it, like I was still working hard on it to slowly progress things, um, and then things just kind of derailed. I mostly because I was like visiting my sister like every 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm just trying to get back on track, and like the new thing I'm trying to do now is work for EmblemCon, work on EmblemCon things, and I don't know, just trying to figure out what I can do new, or just grow, which can still be counted as new, because growing is still something new coming in. And so after I finished with EmblemCon, I definitely 100% want to go back to Green Tales, and then I was thinking how I really want to return to visual novel coding with Renpei, or I think Renpai. And I also want to upgrade my video editing skills this year, guys. That's the thing. And I also want to upgrade my musical skills from both singing and learning how to play the piano. So those are things that I'm gonna grow this year, because I refuse to stay stagnant. If I can't find a job, if I'm struggling so much to find a job, then I'm gonna use that time to do something good. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I've been feeling so depressed of like not having a friend to talk to, because honestly, I don't really have friends like that. Like I do have friends like they at least they have a skill and a talent to continue to improve. But I don't really have a friend like just trying to consistently grow and like just trying to push themselves to be their fullest potential. Like they're all pretty comfortable where they're at, and I'm not comfortable where I'm at, and I don't want to be comfortable. I can become content. If I'm being honest, I am content about my current situation, because I do love my household. Well, I love my house. I live at, and I love being able to stargaze, the beautiful backyard to stargaze in, and having all the little bunnies to feed. And I love my room. I love being in my room. I hate when it's summer and then I can't be in here. And I really do love my situation, but um I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable at all. I'm extremely uncomfortable, but I'm content. And the reason I'm uncomfortable is because my household situation is just so tense. Um, like I don't know, just we can't be comfortable, which is honestly good, because my siblings, if they were comfortable, they would just be stagnant couch potatoes, just letting my elderly mother take care of the house while they just do nothing. And I'm really trying to push myself to gain something soon so I can help out my mother. I really want her to retire. I really want to help her retire, because she's almost 70 and she's still working, because her two two of her children are just being absolute piece of shits who don't help around the house whatsoever, don't help with money whatsoever. You know, and like I'm not helping with money either because I don't have a job. But at least I help around the house. At least I work on the garden and stuff. And I 4 times now I've completely reorganized the house to just be better living instead of just the hoarder life that my mother lives. And just, you know, just made the household feel better and all that. But yeah, just no one else in my family thinks about that, of like helping my mother retire. And I just find it so ironic that I'm the only one who thinks about helping my mother retire, because I'm the only one who hates her. Like no one in my family hates my mom but me, which is just so funny to me. And I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I was so shocked to learn that I'm the only child that my mother abused. And I was just like, what? Physically abused. Let me get that straight, because and I was just like, what? Like, what do you mean mom didn't whip the crap out of you? What do you mean mom didn't whip you like you were effing Jesus? Like, you know, what the hell? Like, what do you mean? Just like mom just never took out her anger on you just for no damn reason. And like, it just blew my mind. Like, what? Like, huh? Because I thought we all got beat. With the way she beat me, I was just so sure everyone else got it too. But yeah, I found out that no, I'm the only one who got beat by her. And I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense why I'm the only one who hates her. At least that answers that question of why I'm the only one who hates her, because I'm the only one who received beatings from her since I was, you know, a tiny ass child. To the point where I had to beat her when I was a child to make her back off, to just show like, you can't do this to me anymore, because I'll fight back now. So just, I don't know, just finding out like that no one else got beat but me, I was like, damn, y'all some little ass bitches. And honestly, I'm pretty grateful now for getting beaten so much as a child, because it just gives me a stronger mentality. I don't know, just I'm just 100% way less of a little bitch compared to the rest of my family. Because yeah, just that's definitely something I noticed. People who go through lesser hardships cannot handle hardships when they get older, and they just pity party themselves, and you know, just can't break out of it, and you know, just that feeling, whatever. But me, since I was just literally just getting beaten and just not letting myself get beaten down, that's my mentality now. I can get beaten, but I'm not gonna get beaten down. So you know, I'm grateful for those beatings. And I tell people too, my life was terrible, my life was horrible, but I would do my entire life all over again if it means I would be the same strong person, if it was the only way for me to be the same strong person I am now. Because I do not want to become like how people are who just grew up extremely privileged and entitled, and like, you know, just didn't have concerns you know, as a child, because they're just having that much harder of a time with life. And I truly appreciate the fact that I'm just like, I don't know, I get punched, I move on. I pick myself up again, and I just keep trucking along. I just say, okay, that took me off guard. Now I know to keep in mind how to protect myself and avoid, you know, getting punched like that again. I learn. Yeah, just definitely the difference between me and most people is that I learn from everything, all experiences. I learn from it. I grow from it. I don't get beaten down. I raise above it, and I go on even stronger. And that's truly such a talent that I've come to realize. And I'm very grateful for it. And my testimony is just becomes all that much more powerful with all the hardships I continue to endure. When all the tests I've gone through just becomes a testimony I can share. Yeah, it's gonna be a great feeling. When all the vicious cycles turn into victories, just that much more badass I get to look like. I'll take it. And I'm like half saying this too to also like pump myself up because I mentioned this a few times, but I've been feeling pretty down. Because just after it hit me, the reason I fell into like such a low is because it hit me that I had been officially jobless for an entire year, and I was expecting to get a job by the next seasonal season at latest. And I to the point where I even made a list in like the beginning of the year of things I wanted to buy once I got a job during seasonal time to buy like during uh Black Friday and stuff. Things I've been wanting and needing. And just yeah, it just really disappointed me that I was not able to obtain a single one of those things. And most of all, I was not able to obtain a single job, even though I applied so much. Just I don't know, but now lately I've been punching myself out of it. Really, it was my friend's fanfic that just really like punched me out of it. Of just like, okay, like I enjoyed something, and now I still want to enjoy things, but I need to push the needle forward. So, I don't know, just well, I don't know. I forgot what I was gonna say exactly, but I I just need to keep moving forward. Long story short. And those are the type of friends I need in my life. People who just keep driving. Who are able to take stops when their fuel is low. And do maintenances when something's broken. But they keep driving. Even if they need to swap cars entirely, they'll keep driving. Not people who think a pit stop is their final stop. Where they can just sit and relax and whatever. Anyway, I totally went off track. I was trying to talk about headcanons and I went into a whole motivational speech. Sometimes I can't language. Oh, chat was not working. Literally everything appeared at once. Sorry, Shadow. I literally I looked up and I just see a bam, just all these messages. Good evening, Bonbon. Human. I can't see the entire message. Oh, Yamete. And I'm doing okay. Motivational speaker Bonbon. Yes, actually, yes, really, yes. My friends always come to me when they need someone to just give it to them real. But still giving them something solid to hang on to. I'm just known for helping people turn the cogs in their head. Not just even my friends. I have plenty customers Uber, Lyft drivers, and just random people I meet. Like, I literally all the time, just strangers I meet. Like, 'cause I'm very social. I'm an introvert, but I have social skills. So all the time I can just instantly, not like super click like buddy buddy, but I can just like get real with someone and just speak to their heart and their soul, and just then be like, damn, like, you're so right, like, yeah, like, I don't know, just they just walk away with some cogs turning that were not turning before. That is my specialty. And I cannot wait to see where life takes me, where I can use that talent in a much broader way. Because I really do enjoy helping people that way, of just being like, I hear you, I understand where you're coming from, and like, just being able to share my own story, and just show like how deeply I understand, but also kind of giving them a bit of the cracked code of like, how do you use that, how do you move on from that, how do you flip the script and all that. So I am a motivational speaker, and I'm just interested to see, and I feel honestly pretty frustrated to like not see it like come into fruition exactly. Because I feel like I'm already too old to be where I'm at. Like, I feel like I should already be way ahead where I am currently. But I don't know, I'm just trying to trust God that, stop trying to work on my own plan and work on the divine plan. I need to fix his chest. Anyway, my rant is over. I went from one topic to another to another to another to this. So let me switch to a lighter topic. Oh, let me mention this. I don't know if anyone saw my test streams. I already put them all private by now. Though the first one I did that was 15 minutes long, I don't know where it went. I have no idea where it went. Um, like, I can't find it in my content section. I can't find it on YouTube Studio. Like, it just disappeared. So, well, that's why I was test streaming. But I have my old Vroid model that I edited back in 2022 that I was planning to use to be like VTuber and all that. And I wanted to use it for VR chat, but just back then there was not enough programs to like support it with the equipment I had. Um, but I was thinking today, I'm sure by this point, 2025, where VTuber has popped the heck off, that I'm sure there was something for my equipment that I have. And so I looked it up, and I did find something that supports my Vroid model really well. And so I was test streaming today of using that model, and how just it would come off and everything and blah blah blah. So from now on, I will start using that model to do karaoke streams instead of just recording my TV. So I hope you can look forward to that. Since I have a limited amount of hotspot, which gets killed pretty fast by karaoke, because yeah, well, I mean, I have a different method now, so maybe I can karaoke more. But I was thinking, at the very least, I want to start using that model on new moons and full moons, to make sure I'm getting my karaoke streams in. But I really want to karaoke once a week, because I really want to get my voice better. That's always been my dream since I was a little girl, to have a beautiful singing voice. I want my voice to be so good and beautiful that it brings people to tears. Well, not to tears, but it just touches their heart. It just touches their soul. Because I have heard singers who do that, just that their voice is just so beautiful that I just get so emotional. Like it just hits the kokoro, man. So I really need to get on that. I really need to do my lip trills more. So yeah, I need to be doing that more to be getting, you know, my vocal cords and everything in order. And I don't know, I've always wanted to pursue music, and so this is the year. This is the year to get my music game up, because I also also come up with like a lot of like melodies, but I don't know how to compose it properly. Like I just don't know how to play anything to put it together, and that really frustrates me. Because I also come up with like a lot of lyrics, and I'm just ready to do music. Like I'm just so ready. This year, 2025, is the year of um music. That was a jump scare, honestly. Oh, I'm so sorry. I shan't do it again. My phone is extremely close to me, so I'm louder than usual. I'm really loud. So with the phone being this close to me, I'm like extra loud. I'm so sorry. Guys, I have no sense of volume control. Whenever I'm at the store with my sister, she's always like, quiet down. You're yelling right now. But I appreciate that. I appreciate people who let me know. It's like the same feeling of like, I know you have like a something on your tooth, and no one tells you, and you don't find out until like you go to the bathroom like hours later, and you're just like, why didn't no one tell me? I'm the kind of person who will just be like, dude, I'm just letting you know. Like, I'm not trying to offend you or anything or embarrass you. I just want you to know, because if it was me, I would want to know. But you have like something on you or something. And people always appreciate it. People always appreciate it. But still impressive. Glad you think so. I find it surprising that people have a hard time doing that. So I think it's pretty easy. And I feel like I should have a harder time because I have bunny teeth, meaning I have such a severe overbite that when I relax my mouth, um you still see like my top teeth. So that's actually why, I don't know if you've seen my art, but I often do draw like a kissy face. Like, let me give you an example. Let me just draw over here. Because I do it based off me, where I usually just draw characters with like the little O mouth. As my default expression, because that's what I look like. It's little teeth showing. I used to be so embarrassed about my overbite until someone many years ago commented on someone else's overbite that was the same exact as mine. That I saw this comment online, and like people were just like, "But we love your bunny teeth," and I was just like, oh, "It is like bunny teeth." And then especially I came to love it after I got my bunny. I love full circle, full circle, full bunny moment. I was always meant to be a bunny. I was talking about this to my sister actually. I think a couple weeks ago. Maybe I don't know. It's my timeline has been so blurred since the beginning of the year. But I was talking to her like, man, like I've always been such a bunny lover. Like even though we've had cats and stuff, like I thought about it. Like I've always been such a bunny lover because in these trailer parks that we used to live in Las Vegas, there is these old ladies who lived right across from us, and they had a really nice house and everything. Like they were just like retired old ladies, and they had bunnies, and I loved their bunnies so much. I would risk the 50-50 chance of getting kidnapped because my neighborhood was full of pedos and human traffickers and just all sorts of crazy, insane people that were a liability to my life as a tiny child. I would always risk myself just to go outside to look at these bunnies and just watch them. And I just love those bunnies so much. My heart was so broken when I found out the bunnies got eaten by some wild dogs. And I was like, no bunnies. You made me so happy. But at least I got to pet one bunny once before they died, because someone we knew in that neighborhood, in that trailer park, knew those old ladies. So when they went over to visit, we were able to go inside too. And then, yeah, I pet their bunnies. Those old ladies were so nice. Since they knew that we were like a poverty family, because we just lived in a trash ass trailer, and like it looked like trash from outside, and was even trashier inside. We literally had rats and dead cats and rotten holes where just the house was just caving in and all that. Just a terrible house. But those old ladies, since they saw like just a bunch of children living there like in such a poor predicament, those old ladies, one day, it was like Easter time, and I was playing outside, and they like came home in their car, and they're like, hey, like we have something for you. And I was just kind of like, and they're like, it's okay, like go inside and get someone, and then come outside, like they even knew what was up. And so I went inside, and I got my brother, and he came outside with me, and they're like, we want to give this to you because yeah, we just want to give it to you. So they gave us jump ropes and chalk and a hula hoop, and man, that just meant so much to me as a kid that didn't even like have food. I love those ladies. May they be resting with God, because I'm pretty sure they're dead by now. They were really old when I was a kid. You know what funny is, from what I am aware of, is a good 40% of the Fire Emblem fan base have bunny rabbits. Is that so? I hope they're taking care well of the rabbits. I did know someone who, from like my local cons, when I would go, she had a rabbit. It's just, I don't know. So the bunnies are intrigued by Fire Emblem. And the bunny lovers. I like to joke to myself and jokingly call myself Bunzelbee, because Beelzebub. I just change it to with the bunny, Beelzebub. Bunzel. Oh no, wait, it's Bunzelbub. Wait, I think Bunzelbee is a Pokemon. But yeah, I like to call myself Bunzelbub, because I'm queen of the bunnies. I will have a legion of bunnies in heaven when I eventually get there. I had to bury a few wild bunnies that live in my yard, because like a hawk got to them. And every time they did, I just cried my ass off, and as I was burying them. But I was just like, you're gonna be my baby in heaven. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I shared this, but when I was doing gardening, was it yesterday? No. It was a couple days ago. No, it was Sunday. When I was doing some gardening, and I was cleaning up some dried leaves. among those dry leaves, I found a bunny corpse. And I was just so sad. And I was like, oh, bunny, like, I'm so sorry I never found you. And because it was already, like, you know, pretty, decayed. So, like, there was kind of no point of, like, trying to bury it. I just had to put it in the trash. Its little foot and stuff. Oh, baby. But there was a hawk a couple weeks ago that, like, I came outside and I saw on its claw that it had, like, bunny skin that it was trying to shake off. And I was like, get out of here. Cause I fight the hawks in my area. And they know me. They know me. When I come out, they just screech. They was like, they just screech at me the moment I come out, and I just get my big umbrella and I just fight them. So yeah, but they know once I'm outside, like there's no point of hunting anymore. They fly off. So that was probably the bunny that it got, because I walked around my whole backyard trying to find the body so I could bury it, but I didn't find anything. So I was like, did it eat it all? Was it like in another neighbor's yard? Because you know the bunnies live in like kind of all the yards. And so, like, was it just trying to, like, hunt in this yard now or something? So, like, I walked around the whole neighborhood and I didn't find anything, but I guess the bunny was just kind of hidden by the leaves. And, actually, now that I think about it, too, it makes sense why there was suddenly a bunch of flies, like, a week ago. Because I was like, god damn it, flies. But they probably, you know how it goes with dead things. Bunzelbub, yep, that's me. My favorite is when there's 3 bunnies together in a yard and they make a triangle. I always call them the Bermuda Triangle, because when I throw all the veggies and the fruits that I'm feeding them in the middle of them, it disappears. Because they eat it, obviously, but they gobble it up. It's cute. Anyway, what was I talking about before I went on a whole tangent of a tangent of a tangent of a tangent? I was definitely talking about Fire Emblem headcanons, and I finished talking about my AU. I was complaining about the fact, I don't know if you want to call it complaining, but I was just kind of pointing out the fact how both the game and fans always write the distance of traveling from Southtown to the capital so short. Because, and I just find it ridiculous, because, I don't know, just me, when I walk, and I walk something that's like typically a 15-minute drive, I mean, depending how straightforward the roads are, you know, it'll take me like a solid 2 hours. So from a whole bottom of the continent, or just the country, to all the way up, like that's like a solid 2 weeks on foot. That's probably even more. And so yeah, I don't believe that. I really want to write a fanfic that just shows Chrom and Robin bonding during that long time frame before they reach the capital and Robin finds out that, you know, they're royalty. Because I think that's a very vital point of their bond. And, like, just Robin just kind of treating Chrom as Chrom, but still, you know, understanding the responsibilities of him as a prince and all that. Anyway, I think I was saying something else after that as well. Honestly, I really can't say I see bunnies everywhere I go. Oh, I honestly can't really say I see bunnies everywhere I go. Mostly rats. Oh, I'm so sorry for that. I freaking hate rats. After growing up in my nasty ass trailer with rats, I just no, I just do not like rats. If you have a pet rat, like I like that rat's gonna stay over there and I'm gonna stay over here. Like they are kind of cute, but Nah. I'm very happy I live somewhere with bunnies. I'm trying to think what else I could possibly use my Vroid model for, because it's just gonna record from the app. So what else could I possibly do besides karaoke? I feel like just doing like a yapping stream is not interesting at all, because I yap enough while I'm working, so I might as well work. I'm not the type of person who can just kind of like just sit and just stream like that. Like, it's one thing if I'm talking with someone, like I can definitely talk for hours. But yeah, just I feel like I can't do that kind of stream of like just talking. Unless, like, you know, I went on like vacation, like I want to talk about it. But still, even then, I would still want to do something. I'm just a productive gal. I'm just a productive gal. And that's why I need more productive people in my life. Because when I see people being productive, I'm just like, oh damn, like I need to get on it too. I can't be left behind. So I don't know what else I could possibly do. But you know, I really need to do my 100th subscriber special stream of showing off my middle school art. But I'm still in the middle of cleaning, so soon enough. Soon enough. May I be right back really quick? I really need to go to the bathroom. I'm chugging a lot of water. Let's put my computer to charge a little while I'm gone. And be right back. I am back. My stupid ass neighbors lit their fire pit again, and it was lit without anyone watching over it, which is literally against the law. And I have plenty of documentation of them leaving their fire unwatched, and there's also plenty of documentation of them just barely hosing down their fire and then going inside for the night, and then it just smoking all night until it relights. So I was literally about to just call the fire department just now, because when I walked out, I could see it, and I could see, and as I recorded it, you could just see it growing and growing and growing. But I turned on my flash, and so I guess they noticed that, and they came outside and they're like dealing with it. But yeah, just they are so stupid. How just, guys, it's been literally 3 years of this ish. So I don't care about being an annoying neighbor. If I'm a Karen, that's a literal fire hazard, a literal liability to all the houses around them, because if something in their yard or their own house catches on fire, all the other houses adjacent can easily catch on fire as well. And I'm not gonna stand for that. So yeah, I'm just ready at any moment to call the fire department on them and report them and just show all my evidence, all my documentation. And, you know, if it ever comes to that, you know, hopefully they receive a huge ass fine. I don't know why they continue to light their fire pit for no damn reason. If I wasn't streaming, I would literally be standing outside recording them. Oh, they make me so angry. And you need to understand, I have a very strong distinction between being irritated, annoyed, mad, and angry. Angry is like the final, like, I just want to choke you. So annoying. So annoying. Freaking hate those people, man. I straight up hate them. Honestly, I'm like tempted to end stream right now so I could go record them. But even yesterday when I was recording them, and they were like clearly just trying to, like, you know, be better about their fire, they still were so stupid, because they were doing everything but just properly hosing down to put it out. They were trying to put a lid over it so it could suffocate, and then the lid was doing nothing because their lid has holes on top so that it was still breathing. And then so they were shoveling rocks on top of the fire, and then they would kind of hose it a little. It's like, dude, you just need to hose it for 2 minutes straight. That's it. Until that shit stops smoking. And bam, you're done. But they instead spent like 15 minutes doing all this other crap besides just hosing it down. And it's just how goddamn stupid you gotta be. It's just truly, idiots are the biggest threat. And I just know, I've been too many situations where people's idiocy just got me in situations that were just lethal. And so I just don't stand for it. Man. Another reason I'm grateful for my childhood, my harsh childhood, is that I just definitely am not as stupid as the general population. I have my dumb moments, I have my foolish moments, but I'm not freaking stupid. Meow, 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 meow. Anyway, what can I talk about to stop being angry? Ugh. It's so annoying. Just put on some Pokemon music back on. I really need to walk over to my local fire department and tell them the situation and ask them what can be done. Can they go talk to them and teach them fire safety, or can I just straight off the bat just report them and they get fined? Because the only thing I know I can do is go to the HOA and report them. But honestly, I just rather not do that. But if I have to, I will. Because this is a reoccurring issue for the past 3 years. 3 years. And that's only for the amount of time I've been living here. Before having to move in back with my mom, who's lived here longer. Yeah, once let's see. Started streaming at like 9. Okay, so once my stream, I think I might be at 2 hours already. I don't know. Once it goes past 11, I will end my stream so I can just keep an eye on them. I'm sorry guys, but they just give me too much anxiety because I just have too much trauma concerning fire hazards. Just no, I'm not gonna risk my household. I will immediately call the fire department if I need to. I already did once before. And since then they've been like trying a little harder to manage their fire, but they're just not doing enough. And I just don't get, like, literally all you have to do is just hose down that damn fire. But they just insist of just thinking that the lid they have is gonna suffocate it when it has freaking holes. Like, do they seriously just not know, like, basic how fire works? That fire breathes and lives off oxygen, that if there's any kind of oxygen it's getting, instead of being completely covered, that it's gonna just keep going? Like, do they just honestly not get that? And yeah, it just pisses me off the most that they constantly just walk away from that fire, when a fire should be watched at all times. And they always have a big fire that's spitting a lot of embers. And it's been fairly windy. And that one ember can just land on a house and just poof. Ugh. Freaking idiots. Like, literally my fight or flight instincts are being activated right now. I really wish I could see the timer on this stream so I could just end the moment it turns, whatever. I'm just gonna end the moment it turns 11. Whatever. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just gonna end it here. It's 1 minute away. Alright, everyone, thank you for watching. Sorry to end it like this again, because my stupid ass neighbors. But yeah, I need to make sure everything is safe. So guys, truly have a safe night or day wherever you may be. Stay blessed, and until next time, everyone, bye bye. I will see you next week, I believe. Bye bye.